Did Nancy Pelosi stock trades make me rich? For nearly 5 months, I used the Autopilot investing app to find out. The results, honestly, they're shocking. You won't believe it. So what exactly is Autopilot? Well, it's an investing app that lets you try to automatically copy the stock market moves of individuals or strategies, like politicians or AI. If you're curious exactly how it works and what you need to know, check out my more in-depth video that's going to be linked down below in the description. But for this video, I'm cutting straight to the chase with my real-world results after putting it to the test. Alright, are you ready for the raw, authentic reality of nearly 5 months of blindly following the GOAT and trusting the AI on autopilot? Here's the jaw-dropping breakdown. But before we dive into these numbers, please remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is just my personal experience while using the app, and this is not investment advice. Your own results may vary. So my attempt to mirror Pelosi's moves with a $2,500 investment, in total, I am down a disappointing $207. That's 8.3% just gone. And to give you some perspective on the wild swings, at one point, the Pelosi Tracker for myself was actually down 20%, or a painful $504. And for the AI brain in the GPT portfolio, managing my $500 investment, well, it's barely clinging on and it's just down $2, less than a single percent. So how does this performance actually stack up against the broader market? To really understand how my autopilot experience has fared, let's compare it to just simply investing in the S&P 500. From the day that I first invested with the autopilot to today, the S&P 500 has experienced a loss of around 3.3%. Now this aligns what I've observed throughout this whole experiment. These pilots seem to exhibit the potential for larger price swings, both to the downside and potentially to the upside. Now, let's talk about a major roadblock when trying to copy these politician trades, especially with the Pelosi Tracker, the reporting delay. Think about it. Politicians have up to 45 days to tell the public about the stock market moves. That's a month and a half. And by the time their trades are public, the app tries to copy them, this situation could be completely changed. This isn't some minor inconvenience. It's a fundamental flaw in trying to follow these trades in real time. The real danger of this delay was clear with the stock TEM that Pelosi bought back in January. The trade wasn't reported for a few days, and in that short time, the price had already skyrocketed to a massive 46%. Even a delay of just a few days meant buying it at a significantly inflated price. This reporting lag makes it incredibly difficult to actually benefit from following these reported transactions in a timely manner. But the performance and the time delays aren't the only thing to consider. Let's talk about the cost. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the fees for autopilot. After spending roughly $60 in fees in the Pelosi Tracker for the last 5 months and seeing that investment down nearly 11% with the fees, the cost of the app is a major concern. So let's break down why these fees are such a big deal. When you're looking at a roughly $30 a quarter or $100 a year, which is often the price per pilot group, think about it. A $100 annual fee on a $500 investment is a brutal 20% just to use the app. You're starting in a deep hole. Compared to a typical investment fees, it's outrageous for smaller accounts. To equal Autopilot's $100 fee with, say, the ARK ETF at 0.75%, you would need to invest $13,000. Compared to a cheap S&P 500 index fund, you would have to invest $333,000 to have the same amount of fees percentage. Plus, the subscription structure is confusing, to be honest. Paying for the Pelosi Tracker only unlocks the group of pilots. Want to maybe try the AI? Well, that's another $100 per year. To be fair, they also have a free option, which is how I tested the GPT portfolio, but honestly, these fees are a huge hurdle. After nearly 5 months of using the Autopilot investing app, here's my honest take on the good and the bad. For the pros, it's easy to set up. The app is quite straightforward to download and connect to your existing brokerage account like Robinhood. Automatic trading. Once you select a pilot and fund it, the trades are executed automatically, which can be appealing for a completely hands-off approach if you're on the paid plan. Access to unique strategies. The app offers exposure to investment strategies based on the reported trades of politicians AI, and potentially other investment sources that you might not easily check for yourself. And you have the free option. So there is a free tier, which can be useful for testing if you're hesitant about the fees. And of course, we have the cons. Significant and confusing fees. The flat fee subscription model, often required per pilot group, can be expensive, especially for smaller investment amounts. Reporting delays. The mandatory delay of up to 45 days for politicians can see significant price movements before the trades are even public. No guarantee of success. Just because you're following someone perceived as smart or an AI doesn't guarantee profits. So after nearly 5 months of this experiment, blindly following Pelosi and letting AI call the shots, here's the raw truth. Autopilot is a slick idea, but those fees, ouch. Down almost 11% on the Pelosi Tracker after paying for the privilege to use the app, and even the AI barely broke even on the free ride. So what's next for me? I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on both of those investments for now. With Pelosi, it's a make or break moment. Either I'm gonna invest an additional $11,000 to see if bigger money moves the needle on those flat fees, or it's game over and I'm just gonna be done using the app. So it's also crucial to remember that this test was only conducted with a 5-month period. The stock market can fluctuate significantly in short time frames, and these results may not indicate how these strategies would perform over the long term. And with any 5-month snapshot can be great or awful depending on the market conditions. Now, what about you? Have you tried Autopilot? What are some other apps that you're curious about? Drop a comment down below and let me know what we should put through our honest review ringer next. And hey, if you want fast updates on our financial deep dives, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our newsletter.